Paxton has become a huge name in state politics, not just for his popularity with staunch mega lawbreaker for a string of crimes, but in political scandals also that he weathered over the years. He's been in Texas politics for over 20 years, and he's been making headlines for just as long with crimes that Paxton has survived an impeachment by the Texas legislature, sex crimes, a biblically charged divorce, a decade of securities fraud charges, and he's also become a multi-millionaire during his time in public office. But of course, there's a lot more. We've compiled every serious scandal Paxton has faced during his political ascendancy and somehow managed to emerge unscathed from. Why? Because mega voters love crime. They do not care if you are a rapist of children. There is no crime in Texas that they will vote against. 2008. Failing to disclose his investments. When Paxton was a Texas House member representing McKinney in 2008, the Associated Press reported that he and another lawmaker had investments in a company that got millions from state contracts. Contracts that Paxton had voted on through state spending bills. Paxton had profited from the contracts that WatchGuard, a video equipment company that supplies police stations, secured while he was in office. His investment in the company came to light after a competing company sued, saying that the contract bidding was rigged in Watchdog's favor. Paxton claimed he had no knowledge of the company's state contracts at the time, which he would have been required to disclose to the Texas Ethics Commission under state law. However, the Associated Press reported that WatchGuard's website boasted that the company was held by an influential shareholder group that includes 3 state representatives. And we know why Trump loves him, because birds of a feather. Trump is a pedophile and a felon who cares only what he can steal from the voters in this country. According to the Wall Street Journal, after coming under scrutiny, Paxton shifted his investments, including in WatchGuard, into a blind trust in 2015. A blind trust is an account managed by a third-party trustee without the beneficiary's knowledge in order to prevent a conflict of interest. However, the journal uncovered texts between Paxton and the trustee, who is a friend of his, concerning his stock trades in 2020, a violation of the blind nature of the arrangement. And Paxton received $2.2 million from his investment in WatchGuard when the company was bought in 2019, the journal reported. 2013, stealing another lawyer's pen. After a $1,000 month black pen was mistakenly left by one lawyer in a metal detector tray at a courthouse, it found its way into the hands of then-state Senator Ken Paxton, according to the Dallas Morning News. The expensive ballpoint had been a gift to attorney Joe Joplin from his wife, and after he realized it was missing, asked a sheriff to review the security footage. The video revealed Paxton had pocketed Joplin's pen, the sheriff told the news. After a phone call, Paxton returned the pen to Joplin. When asked by the Dallas Morning News what he thought had happened, Joplin did not speculate. The divorce of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and State Senator Angela Paxton has drawn widespread attention in U.S. political circles. After nearly 38 years of marriage, Angela filed for divorce on biblical grounds, with implied references to adultery playing a pivotal role. Central to the scandal is Laura Olson, the woman alleged to have had an affair with Paxton. Angela Paxton cites adultery on divorce filings. Court documents confirm that the couple separated in June 2024. In her legal filing, Senator Paxton said she had attempted to reconcile, but could no longer consider the marriage honorable before God or family. She cited infidelity and unspecified revelations as the basis for the divorce. Texas State Senator Angela Paxton has filed for divorce from her husband, Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton, after 38 years of marriage. Texas State Senator Angela Paxton, the wife of Republican Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, filed for divorce on Thursday, seeking to end 38 years of marriage as her husband campaigns for the U.S. Senate. Angela Paxton had stuck by her husband through a decade of legal troubles that included state and federal corruption investigations and a 2023 state impeachment trial that publicly exposed his extramarital affair. A state securities fraud indictment against Ken Paxton was recently dismissed after a 2024 plea deal to pay restitution and complete community service, and the Federal Justice Department dropped a corruption probe earlier this year. His 2023 impeachment trial ended with his full acquittal. A fierce and vocal ally of President Donald Trump, Ken Paxton was first elected state attorney general in 2014 and is now campaigning to unseat longtime Senator John Cornyn in the 2026 Republican primary. Angela Paxton, who stood by her husband during the impeachment trial, cited recent discoveries in her announcement on social media that she had filed for divorce. Today, after 38 years of marriage, I filed for divorce on biblical grounds, Angela Paxton posted on X. I believe marriage is a sacred covenant, and I have earnestly pursued reconciliation. But in light of recent discoveries, I do not believe that it honors God or is loving to myself, my children, or kin to remain in the marriage. I move forward with complete confidence that God is always working everything together for the good of those who love Him and who are called according to His purpose.